Today we're going to be doing intermediate. I'm going to show you traditional grip and I'm going to show you this is Clayton Skinner. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Beat. Hi, my name is Clayton Skinner. This is Beyond the Beat. In this episode I'm going to teach you how to apply triplets to your fills. So now we're adding triplets, or we're making fills out of triplets. So the first order of business will be to see how the regular eighth note and the eighth note triplet relate to each other. In a subsequent video I made a demonstration with singles and doubles so that you could understand how regular eighth notes work with double strokes played with 16th notes, or as 16th notes. So in this case we're going to do the same thing. We're going to play a bar of regular eighth notes and then we're going to transition into a bar of eighth note triplets. Listen to see how these two rhythms relate. Remember, you want to use a metronome for this because if you're not lining them up properly, you won't do it right. So here. So now we'll see how these rhythms relate by just playing the eighth notes with one hand. And we did this in the other video with the double strokes. This one might be a little bit trickier, but oh well, just watch what I do. So remember, now we're playing the eighth notes, 1 and 2 and, with whatever hand that you play with on the hi-hat. And then we're going to transition over to playing triplets with both hands. Now you're going to use that last exercise as a listening to hear how the two relate to each other, so that then you can now work on the technical, which is to see 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and use a metronome for this as well. Just try tapping on the hi-hat and then on the snare. So here's a demonstration of that. So now we're going to actually use this in a practical way. I've given you 3 different beats, and you're going to be transitioning into the triplets. Just going to keep it on the snare for right now, just get comfortable with it. Play the beat, transition to triplets on the snare drum, and then maybe end it with a cymbal hit, and then go back into the beat. You're going to keep trying to repeat this over and over and over and over and over again. So here's these 3 beats. I'm just going to demonstrate them to you. I'm not going to walk them through you. Not walk you through them, because if you can't play these beats, you should probably go back, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so listen to the demonstrations. Of course, as always, you should probably work on actually improvising not only the beats that you play, but the fill you play as well. Try to keep it in a triplet feel and try to play all the triplets. Don't just remove some for right now. Just keep it so that you're playing every note within the triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a good way to work on your improvisation of the triplets around the kit is to actually use, yes, the eighth note to eighth note triplet transition exercise that I gave you at the beginning of the lesson. Play the eighth notes on the snare drum and then switch to the eighth note triplets and try to improvise all around the kit. Do this for a while, get comfortable with it. Maybe end with a cymbal and then go back into the eighth notes. It's up to you. Remember, the time you put into this is, how much you will progress in anything. So, try to give it as much time as you can, practice a lot, and make sure you use a metronome. Well, that's all for now. If you have any questions or comments, get a hold of me at the contact section of ClaytonSkinner.com. You can do that right here on YouTube. You can do it on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook, ClaytonSkinner.com. I think that's all of them. Anyway, hope to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you later.